West Ham dressing room will be split by Kurt Zouma's disgusting cat attack, but cancelling him is dangerous territory. West Ham's dressing room will be split by Kurt Zouma. A dressing room is the same as society. Everyone will disagree with the action, but you will get some people who will disagree with you as a person, full stop. Some will look at it and ask why the brother posted it, why was the camera there? And then you will get into a row about why people are making such a big deal over it when it is an animal and there isn't the same reaction to other incidents. Michel Antonio hit the nail on the head. We all think it is disgusting, and he shouldn't have done it. Yet we have seen other players banned for a certain number of games for racial abuse and never had a contract dropped or people pulling money away from the club. So, it sparks that question or a debate of, is it because it is a black footballer? It becomes a really heated topic. That's what the dressing room will be like. But it's all about business. Remember when Luis Suarez was done for biting for the second time? Adidas put a whole campaign around him, yet now they are taking Kurt's boot deal away. Unless you're making money for the company, Kurt is not going to be on billboards or selling huge amounts of boots. They think they can get away with it. Suarez was one of the best footballers in the world at the time. And then it was, let's turn it into a positive. That's why people are questioning the motives behind Adidas and some of the things being said around Zouma. But once they are back on the pitch and working, it sounds bad, but no one will be thinking about the incident. They are there to win. Seeing the name on that team sheet against Watford would have been strange for some of them, but again, it's harsh realities. It is irrelevant what the players think. The management and people above you will make a decision. If the owner called David Moyes and said, I don't want him to ever play for this club again, then he wouldn't have. And if the manager says the same, he won't play. That's the decision David made in the end. He said he is one of their better players, and unfortunately that's the harsh reality of business. There is a way back for Kurt, but it depends on the sincerity of the apology. If he turns around and just says, sorry lads, didn't want that getting out, everyone will think you're not sorry, you're just more annoyed it got out. If you can see he was sincere, then it will be, okay, we get it, he has learned from it. Of course, Kurt will get booed wherever he goes, but, like anything, it is about education. He needs educating about why people are upset. And then bigger than that, he needs to show remorse. He can't just donate X amount of money for animal charities. Some people will still hold grudges. I know players who are massive sponsors of the RSPCA and the WWF. They have a real affection for animals. Some of them will think, it doesn't matter what you say, that was your action. But to be calling for someone's job, to be taken away from them, I think that is now going into a dangerous territory of saying, if someone makes a mistake they are completely sacked. We just take away their whole livelihood because of one mistake? Don't get me wrong, it depends on the severity of the case. But we are in situations now when we just cancel everybody, and that's the bit I don't like. The world is scary. Personally, when you apologize for something, all you can do is try and move on and make sure it never happens again. It is now 3 managers in a season for my old team Watford. I experienced that twice, and I even had 4 managers in 1 year. In the first instance, we still got promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. The second time, we got relegated. I saw the pros and cons from it. I think this current Watford side are a good squad with good players, but the problem is when you change managers, where one has a completely different mindset to the other. Roy Hodgson is defense-based with a solid shape, and you win games from there. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to play under Roy. He is straight, with no grey areas, well-organized and well-drilled. But I don't know if the players in the squad right now can execute that. I have watched the last 2 games and they are solid, but can they go and score goals from that shape? That will be the deciding factor. With Ismaila Sarr back, and if Emmanuel Dennis and Joshua King start scoring again, that will probably change everything. From a neutral's view, this is such an exciting relegation battle, although playing for Watford I would prefer for it to be a lot closer instead of spread out across a handful of teams. If Watford and Burnley can win their next couple of games, you will drag in Brentford, Crystal, and Leeds, and then it will be really interesting. But I am more intrigued with Everton and how they will cope putting together a run of games. It is a really tough gig right now for Frank Lampard. 1/2 read our Transfer News live blog for the very latest rumors, gossip and done deals.